Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. This is the Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with a weekly TV roundup. Kind of a short one, as only two shows have had new episodes last week. We'll start off with last week's episode of Arrow. Opens with the rest of the interrupted meeting at City Hall, where Ray ends up taking Arrow for Felicity. Afterwards, Captain Lance files an arrest warrant on the Arrow, issuing orders for the Starling City Police Department to shoot on site and shoot to kill. As Starling General, Ray learns that he has developed a blood clot in his brain. He tries to convince the doctor to use experimental nanotechnology he's been working on to shrink the clot. The doctor, however, refuses, as it is experimental technology, and the hospital has a policy against experimental technology. Ollie learns where the League is hiding in Starling through Nyssa. Team Arrow goes after the building, leading to a fight between the League, well, a handful of League members, I should say, and Team Arrow. Once the fight is over, Raish appears and informs Ollie that he can either A, take Raish's place, or B, spend the rest of his life in a cage. Soon thereafter, the SCPD shows up, looking to capture Ollie. Team Arrow goes on the run from the SCPD and manages to evade them, though there are some casualties, though no fatalities, amongst the police. At the hospital, Felicity's mother, who's flown in from Vegas, tries to convince Felicity to inject the nanotech into Ray. Maceo brings Captain Lance to Raish, who tells the captain that Ollie is the Arrow. Felicity takes the nanotech and injects Ray with it, and he recovers fully, with a slight and brief side effect of flatlining for a moment. Captain Lance sends officers to bring in Ollie, which Ollie evades. Team Arrow ends up meeting up at Diggle's and tries to plan their next move. The next move ends up being Ollie turning himself into police custody. While en route to jail, the convoy of police vehicles is stopped by Roy in full Arrow costume, who claims that he's the Arrow rather than Ollie. In flashbacks, the woman who seems to be Shadow from 2 weeks ago turns out to be her sister, who helps Ollie as well as Maceo's son get off the streets. Argus catches up to them, however, and they are saved by Maceo and Tatsu. Ollie tells Shadow's sister the fate of her father and sister before he leaves. Now moving on to this week's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Opens with Coulson looking at used cars while Hunter steals the one they need. Skye wakes up in a room where she's being apparently healed. Gordon introduces her to her transitioner, Lincoln. Lincoln explains to Skye what's going on, although Skye is more focused on when she can leave. Gonzalez tries to get Fitz to open the toolbox, and he refuses and, in fact, opts to leave S.H.I.E.L.D. completely. Coulson and Hunter arrive at the retreat and see surveillance footage of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s attack on Skye. Skye is shown around the Inhuman compound by Lincoln. Gonzalez interrogates May about Coulson and also brings up a bit of her past. At the retreat, Coulson and Hunter discuss their options, thinking that maybe they need to go with the bad ones. Coulson contacts Gonzalez, sets off the alarm in the retreat, in an attempt to appropriate a Quinjet. Lincoln takes Skye somewhere at the compound where she can let loose with her gifts, and then also reveals that he is also an Inhuman with electrical powers. Mac tries to get Fitz to stay by showing Fitz Simmons' progress on opening the toolbox. Gordon talks both with Skye and then her father, who is a prisoner at the Inhuman compound. Coulson and Hunter get captured while trying to take a Quinjet. Before the Quinjet can leave, however, Coulson's backup arrives in the form of Mike Peterson, aka Deathlock, who rescues the pair. Skye discovers through Lincoln that Raina's at the compound and nearly kills Raina before being stopped by one of the other Inhumans, who tells Skye that she will help her learn about her gifts. Skye's guide, as it were, talks to Skye's father and reveals that she is in fact Skye's mother. Gonzalez offers May a seat on the board of the quote-unquote real S.H.I.E.L.D., as he feels Coulson needs a strong advocate for when he gets brought in. Fitz leaves S.H.I.E.L.D. with the actual toolbox in his possession, as Simmons has replaced the one that S.H.I.E.L.D. has with a fake. Coulson tells Hunter and Peterson what their bad option actually is: finding former Agent Grant Ward to help in the search for Skye. That's it for this week's TV Roundup. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Links to Facebook and Twitter are down below in the description. We'll be back on Saturday with a new video. As Mr. Rock and Roll Spock signing off. Live long, rock hard.